and the legendary Jamie Archer. Jamie, how are you?
I'm very well, very tired. We've been travelling a lot, but I'm buzzing to be here today. It's sunny, and let's be honest about it, we're in a place where all the beautiful people are. I'm seeing a hell of a lot of posing going on around here, and I absolutely love it.
I was going to say, these sunbeds are very interesting, aren't they?
I'm very distracted right now. We're doing an interview, right?
We are doing an interview, but don't worry about it.
Cool.
I'm distracted too. First time you've been to Spain, or have you been before?
No, I've been before. I mean, Spain is like a spiritual home to me, especially my beloved Ibiza. I used to live out there a couple of years ago before the X Factor. I lived out there for the summer. I didn't want to come home. I love it around here. It's the music, it's the vibe, everyone's happy. No one's got a chip on their shoulder. It's just brilliant.
It is, isn't it? It's a very chilled out feeling, though.
Well, I mean, isn't this what life's supposed to be like? You know, isn't life supposed to be good? I mean, isn't it meant to be for the living? And I really admire people who come from home back in England and just uproot and come out to a place out like here and make their life, because it makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, you're performing tonight?
Yeah.
You got a good set worked out?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that I like to tailor my set to what the crowd want to hear and what's right for the vibe and everything. And I know exactly what the crowd need out here. They need the hits, they need sing-alongs, they need me to get them going, they need me to tell them to jump up and clap their hands and everything. And I'm going to do just that.
Great. Now, since the X Factor, obviously everybody wants to know, where's Jamie Archer been? What have you been doing?
Well, I mean, it's been obviously, I mean, it goes without saying, it's been an exciting year. I mean, the most exciting year of my life. But I've been all over the world. I've been playing gigs here, there, and everywhere. I've seen and met people. You know, I'm like a fan. You know, and I meet someone famous, I'm like, look who it is over there. You know, and then you have to go up to and be really cool. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, cool. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna go over. But it's been the most fascinating year. But now, this is where it gets interesting, because I was in a band before the X Factor, and I had to do the X Factor, and now I'm back with my band. To be honest with you, I'm not a solo artist, I'm a part of a band. That's who I am, and I've got my boys back together. We've just secured a beautiful house in the country where we're setting up a studio to record the first album. It's going to be original material. It's going to be songs like Sex on Fire, You Somebody, massive U2 songs, massive Bon Jovi songs, massive Guns N' Roses songs. It's like the sort of songs you can hear at a stadium and everyone sings along. That's the sort of album we're about to make, hopefully.
Now, that's the one thing I've always thought about you. When I watched X Factor, as everybody does. And the one thing that always came over is you were the guy that looked as though you needed to be in a stadium.
Yeah.
Do you get a buzz out of doing big gigs like that?
To be honest with you, it's never big enough. You know, I've played, the biggest one I did was 90,000 people at Twickenham Stadium. And I was like, I want to play the desert. You know, I was like, it's amazing, but I want more. I always want more, because I think some people like it when it's intimate. And I do like intimate gigs, don't get me wrong, but it's like the more people, it's the more you can have a moment together, you know. If everyone's in the right frame of mind, it can just go off, and that's what really excites me about playing live. And so, bigger the better.
Yeah. And when you go out with the band, are you touring at the moment with the band, or are you
not yet? No. I'm still on my own at the moment, and I will do the odd thing here and there on my own. But the thing that I find when I do my gigs, because I've been playing a lot more guitar in my shows recently, just me and an acoustic, and people are really responding to that. And because, you know what, people aren't stupid, they know the difference between a live band and you're playing to a backing track or whatever. Yes. So they want the live music, and I want to give them the live music. So by being in the band, I'm going to give them, it'll be Sex on Fire, but it'll be live, you know, and it'll be there in your face and original material and everything. So it's going to be really, really exciting. This next year, I'm hoping it's going to be more exciting than even last year.
Okay, just going back to the X Factor, is there anything that really, really positively you took away from the X Factor that made you think, yeah, I hadn't thought of that?
I'll tell you what I took away from it, is that it's such a cliche and such a cheesy thing to say, but if you don't give up on your dreams, they do come true. Hard work, perseverance, and blind faith can get you a long way. I mean, I went on the X Factor at 33. Everyone had written me off. They're like, Jamie Archer, pub singer. Jamie Archer, he's never going to make it. And then I went on this show, and Simon Cowell saw something that the record companies didn't. And he's changed my life, and I love him for it. And I think it just goes to show that if you believe in yourself, it can and will happen. I did, and look what happened. So, and I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, I mean, Simon Cowell comes in for an awful lot of stick from an awful lot of people.
Not from me, because, you know, everyone says, oh, it's cheesy and it's the X Factor and it's not real and everything. But like I said, I went up to record companies and begged them, you know, give me a chance. No one would. I went and did an audition for 3 minutes in front of Simon Cowell, the king of pop, the king of cheese, whatever you want to call him. And he was the one who went, I see it. He gave me that chance. So I think he's a genius, personally. And, well, look, I mean, there isn't a person probably here on this beach in England that doesn't know who he is. He's a clever guy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I don't know whether you remember Mickey Most, but we were saying the other day, he's the Mickey Most of his day. He does, to a certain extent, create stars.
Yeah, he does. I mean, you know, like I said, he's an amazing guy. I think that looking back on the X Factor, I definitely think we clashed on songs and things like that, and I wish he'd gone with my ideas a bit more. But other than that, the man's a genius. I love him, and I'm still in touch with him. And what's really great and really heartwarming is I've got his backing. He said, Jamie, get your band together, do your album, bring it back to me, and off we go. You know, and I think that's like, he's like, do your thing, and then come back to me with it. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
Is this the first time you've worked with Alexandra and Diversity?
No, I've worked with them before, actually. I mean, separately, and they're both absolutely brilliant. And I've seen Diversity, and it's always great to see those guys. Alexandra, she's looking very hot.
She is.
She's looking very, very hot. I might be fumbling my words a bit when I speak to her. I haven't seen her yet, but when I see her, I'm just, again, remember what I said to you earlier on about, you're like, oh my God, look, it's Alexandra Burke, and you go, I'm like, hi, how you doing, babe? You good? But do you know what? I do a lot of shows, and I have to say, this is one of the ones. I'm really, really looking forward to this one, and I think it's going to be one of the best ones I've ever done, because I think the crowd are going to be really, really up for it, and I can't wait.
Okay, Jamie Archer, thank you so much for sparing us the time. Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Take care, mate. All the best for tonight.
Thank you very much, mate.
Okay.